What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Vault. I've just gotten in from seeing Rampage. Great film. Let's just jump straight into the review for it, shall we? The film opens with a brief explanation of what CRISPR is for the audience. We then see a space station that is clearly in trouble. Now, I went into this film with some low expectations, and one of the only reasons that I wanted to see it was because of Dwayne Johnson. Now, The Rock does generally play The Rock in most of his films, but for me, I feel he brings such a bravado, such a machismo to any project that he's involved in. For me, he is the modern day Schwarzenegger, and I really love him for that. Add to that a great supporting cast, and you really do have some entertaining viewing. There is the beautiful and wonderfully talented Naomi Harris, who I do have a slight crush on. And then there is the swaggering Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who does play Negan throughout, and he plays Negan in most of his roles. But he plays a much kinder and much more helpful Negan. Just great casting all around. The story, whilst not really differing from a lot of action films, plays out in such a way that a lot of the familiar beats feel different and fresh. It's based on the 1986 arcade game of the same name. Now, don't get me wrong, this film still suffers from a lot of the action movie cliches, but it is still thoroughly entertaining and does not feel boring at any point throughout the film. The writing is pretty much the same as the story that it's trying to tell, but I feel what sets it apart from most films of this genre is the chemistry between the characters, but most importantly, the chemistry between man and monkey. There are some really lovely and hilarious moments between George and Davis, so it's really nice to see that. Now, when it comes to George, the monkey, you want him to look at least real and believable, and that is where this film excels. The CGI at points is spot on, and not just for George. It's also really fantastic for the flying wolf and the crocodile from hell, because apparently, that's a thing. There were a few things that didn't really sit right with me with this film. As I mentioned, the CGI was sometimes a little bit noticeable, but not enough to take you out of the film, however. And there were some really cringe-worthy bits of dialogue, but mostly between the villains. The villains were very one-dimensional, and their motive never really came across as clear in the film. Other than that, though, this is just a really great, fun, enjoyable film. The lesson I took from this film is that genetic engineering never works, so just leave it alone, yeah? It also helped me remember how much I absolutely adore gorillas. Maybe that's because I'm part gorilla myself. But to the important stuff, would I recommend this film? 100% yes, I would recommend this film. If you are looking for a film this weekend, it's almost the end of the Easter holidays, you want to take your kids to something, you want to go watch something yourself, this film is perfect for that. It is enjoyable non-stop, enjoyable start to finish, great cast. Dwayne Johnson always delivers in any film he's in. I really respect that man's work ethic, and just he always puts in the grind no matter what film he's in. So 100%, I'd recommend this film to you. Go watch it. You'll enjoy it. I guarantee it. Also, more importantly, does this film belong in the vault? 100% yes. Again, I don't really have the power or the tech to do this. Just have to imagine it. Just imagine here a little diamond star, I guess. Little diamond. Just right there, little diamond, and that film will go off into the vault. But again, as always, guys, if you have seen this film already, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of it. And again, I am aiming to put up a lot of the backlog that I have over the next week. But until then, until the next review, peace and love, my dudes.